Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the new man in D.C., Case Keenum, and the Washington Redskins as they take on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington Redskins. Calling the action from up top, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with you. We got an NFC East matchup here, CD. The most difficult division year to year to really predict. In fact, no team has repeated as division champ since 2004, 15 years ago.
And that was the Eagles, correct?
Yeah.
They went back-to-back. Well, let's be honest about it. The way that these teams match up, the way that they draft, all trying their best to win their division, very similar styles. Eagles won the Super Bowl not that long ago. Washington, with good health, they were winning the division last year late in the season. How about New York with the Giants trying to make their move? And, of course, Dallas won the division a year ago. But this division is so interesting with Saquon Barkley in New York. Did you know that the caddy of Tiger Woods wore Saquon Barkley's jersey underneath the Masters in 2019 when Tiger won for the first time in a long time? Let's be honest about it. Saquon Barkley, he's pretty popular.
The Redskins heading out for the first time on offense, and this is, of course, really a team in transition. The first unofficial depth chart that came out in early August, it had Colt McCoy #1 at QB, Case Keenum 2, the rookie Dwayne Haskins at 3. Well, since then, McCoy's been banged up a bit, so it's been Keenum that's moved to the top. And remember, you still have Alex Smith lurking too, Charles, or maybe not for a while.
Yeah, I think that when you ask people in Washington, and I talked with someone close to the situation, Alex Smith is not likely to be involved at all this season. He's still trying to heal. I think Keenum's going to win the job and be the starter to begin the season. McCoy will be 2 and Haskins 3, and I think that's by the organization's own doing. They don't want Dwayne Haskins to be the starter right out of the gate. 1-year starter in college. They prefer that he sit and learn this year and take over starting next season.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On second and 11 now. Keenum, throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Geis. And he won't get much. maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Playing in his 11th season in the NFL is defensive back Malcolm Jenkins, who entered with the New Orleans Saints as a cornerback before shifting back to safety, where he's had his best years. Terrific football IQ, tremendous tackler, can also guard receivers in the slot.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Here's Keenum. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Third and long. It's Keenum. That's caught by Trey Quinn and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now a 1st down throw. Keenum. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is Keenum. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And he finds McLaurin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Keenum going to come up now 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Working from the gun, Keenum. That's complete right around the 8. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Keenum. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Vernon Davis there to make the grab. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Keenum's pass complete to Vernon Davis. Touchdown, Washington.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Carson Wentz getting ready to roll here. His 4th year now in the NFL. Got that nice 4-year, $128 million extension back in June, and seems to be over the back and knee problems that have plagued him, knock on wood. And he plans, Charles, to ditch the knee brace this year. He could be primed for a big season.
And I think that head coach Doug Peterson and staff will continue to work with him on how he runs the football, taking less chances, because a lot of the times, and Carson told me this a couple years ago, I sometimes forget and try and do it like a running back. Not a good idea for your franchise quarterback. Get down and stay healthy. But the big thing I've seen in camp and keep hearing about, the rapport he's developing with Deshaun Jackson, because he's back in Philadelphia, a home run threat at wide receiver, never established that rapport with Jameis Winston in Tampa. If he does it with Carson Wentz in Philadelphia, look out.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Sproles, and it's 3rd and short.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here we go. Waiting. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those 4. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right, and Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
Throwing is Wentz. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wentz to throw again. Ertz has it left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, 35 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream, one you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Keenum. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Quinn. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Keenum. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Keenum now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Keenum. He's got it complete to Thompson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Throwing is Keenum. There on the dump off, it's 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Here we go. Switch. Switch.
The final shot before half for Keenum. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. He's set, and that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now on 2nd and 16, Wentz. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Wentz. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wentz now to throw. Screen pass to Sproles. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson, and he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the 50, it's Keenum. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, this is Geis. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Keenum complete. Richardson has it. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Keenum now on 1st down. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game. On the ground, Geis. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This for the lead in the final stages. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now Wentz and the Eagles down 10-7. A minute 47 on the clock. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike. Go, go. 55. Go, go, go.
To throw is Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make this a second down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Now Wentz signaling frantically. Let's get to the line. Back to throw. A dump off to Sproles. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Aguilar has it. And he coughed it up, and the Redskins scoop it. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Where's it hot? It's hot. It's going to be a long day. That's good.
To his knee goes Keenum, and that should be the ball game.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.